Welcome, and my name is Renee McKenna. I'm a therapist and shamanic healer, and Sarah is with me today, and we're going to do what's known as a power retrieval. And power retrieval is an incredibly potent piece of work. It's based on an ancient shamanic practice and the idea that in the metaphysical world, everything that happens in the physical world actually has a form. And so things that we might consider formless, like personal power, life energy, our feelings, emotions, and experience, that those actually have a form, just kind of like there is invisible light or auditory vibrations that we aren't able to hear with our own limited human sensory capacities, that there are energetic forms that may be unmeasurable with the measurements we have now, but it doesn't mean they're not real. And so we use the terminology a lot in our culture about, like, I feel drained, or I gave away my power, or I feel disempowered by someone. And so the good news is that it's not good news, actually, that we can be disempowered or drained, or our energy can be taken, given away, or even stolen, knowingly or unknowingly. But the good news is that we can actually get it back. And in this work, where we open up our more non-rational ways of knowing and perceiving, we can, once that energy has a form, then we actually can receive it, retrieve it, be renewed and restored by what we have lost. Because ultimately, we are all responsible for our own life energy, and being able to take responsibility for it, to be able to hold it, is the most empowered and fulfilling and even guiding place that we can be. So that's some of the work we're going to do today. And thank you, Sarah, so much for coming.
Thanks for having me.
And so there's two basic kinds of power retrieval. And one is personal power retrieval, where we're going to work with a specific person or circumstance where we lost our power. It may have been perpetrated, it may be a dysfunctional relationship, or someplace we just we're still stuck in that energetic pattern with a person. And we're going to work directly with them to retrieve back anything we've taken on from them, knowingly and unknowingly, and giving back anything that we might have taken on from them, knowingly or unknowingly. The other kind of power retrieval is a general power retrieval, where we have just been drained in general, either from a circumstance, or from a belief structure, or from our culture, or just the way that we've navigated life. And now we're realizing that we are not operating at full power. And so we can just do a general power retrieval to get back the energy that we've just kind of lost through our life experience. Does that make sense, Sarah?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm running through my mind.
So what, if you want to say a little bit about yourself, and maybe why you came here to do power retrieval, and which kind of power retrieval do you think you might want to do? And I'm happy to answer more questions to help you decide.
Okay, thank you. So I'm Sarah over in New Mexico. I had a great opportunity and was fortunate enough to kind of jettison some jobby job career life to look at what I might actually want to do with my life and not be miserable. So I've been doing a lot of self-exploration work, mostly during pandemic. So that's been limited in certain ways. And I've come across your podcast and some insight timer things, and I have a lot of podcast friends, as I call them, people that I'm close to that don't know necessarily that I'm out there.